Okay, I'm pretty sure that we are live.
Good.
We're
Glad we're
right in the
live.
game. We're right in the game. I think it's going to
First,
start.
the first question I have, and I don't really understand this. Why does it seem like nobody cares about CM?
Challenge mode?
Yeah. Why does it seem like most of the guilds just didn't really pursue that?
I don't know.
It's like 2 days since the release.
Yeah. So what?
Why aren't they going for world first?
So, well, this is my question, and this is what I don't really understand. It seems like a number of guilds put emphasis on clearing the initial raid wing, right? Regular mode. But then they just kind of like stop. Okay, cleared it, guys. World first kill on so and so. And it's, I don't know, it just feels like Teapot kept going and a couple other guilds kept going. But it felt like most of the people who were trying to get that world first initially just stopped. I just didn't hear what they were doing in the game really. I mean, I assume they were still going, but they just weren't. They were casually taking an approach to it, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's because the third boss is broken and doesn't work. So most people probably did the first two bosses, first two challenge modes, and then kind of thought, oh well, I guess we stop now because the third one's broken. Currently, doesn't work. So I don't know.
Why does that not surprise me at all? Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean, there are always going to be bugs. There are always going to be issues.
I'm really tired today.
Yeah, you're tired?
I woke up and I went to Reddit and I got instantly triggered by
the casuals?
People asking for 5-man fucking rating content and my story, guys. Guys, I can't experience this story.
Is the stream live? Or
yeah.
That on the stream?
Oh yeah, we're live. We are live. So.
The story's too hard, guys. I can't find 5 friends. I have 5 friends, but I can't find 5 more. It's too hard. The game is too unfriendly. I don't want to raid.
Inks,
rating's too hard.
Have you become me?
Oh my god,
yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Find 5 more people.
We got double Brazil here today.
Inks and I are switching roles today.
Oh, it's going to be nice guy Brazil.
I guess.
Oh man. I
guess Inks and I are switching roles.
Oh.
So, what does it say about the game if you can't find 5 more people to raid? And I'm not talking about Johnny who works 50 hours a week down at the freaking car part plant who doesn't have time to fucking raid. I'm talking about, you know what? ArenaNet, just give in. Just give in.
No,
fuck the expansion. Pull developers off of it and make
more
5-man infantile mode with happy clouds that just rainbow over the fucking bosses, give you all the dialogue and everything else. Let's just fucking add it. Let's just do it.
We'll do real talk for a moment. So, I do not consider myself to be good at this game, and I think that in terms of how you would define good, I don't qualify as that. Even from an objective standpoint, I don't think that I could be considered good at the game. I think someone like Lord Helsith or like really good PvPers could be classified as good because they have pools of knowledge regarding all sorts of things that they can tap on demand immediately at any conceivable encounter. And that's how they're good at PvP, and that's how they win and destroy everyone. I'm not saying that can necessarily only exist in PvP. I think that can exist in PvE. I think there are people that do it. But I am a person who has just spent a lot of time practicing mechanics, practicing rotations, and I know how to do my rotations on top of a boss that is doing mechanics because I know how they would match up or how I would need to adapt them. I'm just someone who has spent a lot of time learning to do what is necessary to succeed. So I don't think it's unreasonable for someone who wants to become able to do raids to just go and do it. I've spent a lot of time playing the game. I've got like 11,000 hours in the game, and I've spent a lot of that practicing on how to get good. So I think like I don't know. I think there are people that take the play how I want a little too far, who think that all of the content can be done with nomads, staff guardians, and like it should be able to be done like that, and they shouldn't have to learn how to do anything. That they should just be able to skill click special action keys and just get free kills. I don't think it should work that way.
I mean, hey, if you want to heal Guardian, just run the Magi Guardian, right, Brazil? Huh?
Yeah, it's easy. I think realistically, like, I don't think this raid wing is insanely hard. I think it can snowball pretty easily if like one or two people continually make mistakes. But I don't think it's difficult. I think the challenge modes are actually hard. I think that they are actually like good content. So I think that I think that the mixture of easy and then the challenge modes making it unique and difficult has been achieved. I think this is content that like people like QT or me have had in mind in terms of challenge modes, etc. Since like raids have been a thing. I think this is actually good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's I feel kind of strange not just complaining and ripping it all to pieces.
I think CMs need work.
I actually think that the last boss should have been easier in normal mode, honestly. I'm not even joking.
I think the challenge
modes,
damn
it.
I perceive like the challenge mode to be the actual boss at this point. Like,
I actually agree with that.
Yeah. But I think it should be the normal mode. They can make the normal mode like really fucking easy. Like the first two bosses are just literal free insights. They're free insights, right? Like the first two bosses are so easy, right? And the third boss is pretty easy as well. But the fourth boss is kind of out of place because even on normal mode, if even one person screws up, you instantly lose, right? You just immediately lose. And that's a little bit out of place considering how easy the other three bosses are, pretty much. They're very, very forgiving. I think you could argue that maybe boss 3 isn't that forgiving because there's a lot of one-hit mechanics in it as well, I suppose. But because you can, bop you into the spears and you insta-die, so potentially that can be... I don't know, if you unbind your dodge key or something, and you're just like relying on only movement, there can be problems, but I think it's pretty easy. Well, I think the last boss is considerably harder than the first 3 for sure, right? And well, it's not exactly. That's the thing about the last boss. The last boss kind of bamboozles me a bit, just a little bit. Because because it's actually really easy. It's just that if anything goes wrong, you insta lose. Right?
Yeah, I think it's good.
But I mean, there's not like oh god, this mechanic is so hard to deal with. It's just that if it even goes wrong a tiny bit, you just lose immediately.
It forces people who want to take the approach of I want to get carried to just not exist anymore.
Yeah. Like I'm not looking forward to salt raids on Demos, right? It's gonna be horrible, like. Because the people are trying to leech raids. They're trying to leech raids. They're going crazy, and they're just AFK, and they just stand in the black, and then they die, and then everyone dies. Because it's not like they will end up dead, because they might end up dead just by getting knocked off the platform or something. The thing is, though, if they stand on the black goo, you just instantly die. That's pretty fucking nice. And then everyone dies because it covers up the entire platform, and there's nothing you can do. Everyone's dead. Rip. I don't know. But Inks, you disagree. Why do you disagree, Inks? Think this is too easy mode?
Yeah, I do.
So you're saying that they shouldn't go for the casuals? They shouldn't make it a bit easier for the casuals?
No. Do the content. Go play it.
Get good?
You don't even need to be good. You don't need to be good. You can clear the first 3 bosses without being freaking QT or Salt or INS or Snow Crows or fucking any of those other guilds. You don't even need to be those people or have that knowledge about the game or have their reflexes on skills or whatever else to clear those bosses.
Let me give you guys an example. So I started playing I started playing with a guild on EU this past like week or two, and none of us tested. None of us really had any knowledge of how any of the stuff worked. Like, it was new content to us. And these are, again, people who spent a lot of time practicing. I would classify some of them as good players according to the definition that I gave earlier. But like, Cairn took us 5 pulls, and it was less than a food to kill Cairn, going in completely fresh to that. The Overseer took us 3 pulls, less than a food. And Samurag took us about 45 minutes, maybe 10 pulls. And I mean, we were just figuring out the split phases, because that fight is honestly just about the split phases. Like, Samurag doesn't really do anything.
Not a normal mode, for sure.
Yeah, so it's just like, and the last boss, I don't know. It's punishing. It punishes people who don't know what they're doing, and because if they stand in the goo, the fight's over. It's over. Fight's literally just over.
To be honest,
I'll clarify this.
Finally, go ahead.
I did not make the DPS meter. I made the graphic for the speedometer, cut that apart into different pieces, and sent that to a friend who codes and has a DPS meter, and he implemented it in such a fashion that it actually functions as like a speedometer would in terms of DPS. God. And
it's pretty beautiful.
It's amazing. Like, he did such a great job with that. It's wonderful. Like, it's good. And that meter too, like the meter, it's such a good meter.
It is.
It's amazing. Like, there are other DPS meters that are really good, and like, this stuff should just be features that are in the game to begin with.
The ability to create mods, honestly. But they kind of, to a certain extent, that is the case now, thanks to ArenaNet, the AMA, right? They have more or less said, you can mod the game at this point. Well, mod the game with regards to combat data only, right?
Right, there are rules to follow, but as long as you follow those rules, then you're good to go.
I really like the health bar one you have, by the way, Brazil. That's actually really good.
Yeah,
that's a really nice add-on, actually.
I like the health bar as well. It's finally boiled down to the truth, and the truth is people cannot seem to find 5 more people to form a raid group. That's what it comes down to.
Do you not kind of think it's bullshit though? Do you not kind of think that's just pure BS? Like, I mean, there's a lot of structures in place, player-created structures to get people into raids, you know. And you don't even need time.
But like, that is their fallback excuse now.
Yeah.
I just can't find 5 extra people to raid. It should be 5-man content. Everything is great in 5-man content. It should be 5-man content, not 10-man content. 10-man content is the reason they can't do raids, according to the latest excuses from why they want story mode.
Well, I wouldn't be actually against putting some kind of easy mode in. I mean, honestly, if they just made challenge mode repeatable in some way, then I wouldn't really mind like normal mode being really easy at all. Like,
right, and so that's my problem with challenge mode. I think that it's getting better. It still needs some work. Like you said, repeatability is an issue. There needs to be a greater repeatability for raids, and there isn't right now.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing the first 2 challenge modes are really not that bad. I think 3 isn't going to be that bad either. But I think the 4th challenge mode is actually really annoying, and I wouldn't really want to repeat that. So that wouldn't be too good to have to do that story mode. To do that challenge mode, the 4th challenge mode every week, that would actually be pretty painful. It took us a while to get that down. Because you do require really, really great execution throughout the entire thing, but I don't know, like maybe they could get some kind of fine balanced and to get some kind of easy mode. But I don't know. I mean, how much easier do they want it? You know, like the first 2 bosses are just like free insights. I mean,
listen,
what is
they
this?
want it? They want it way easier than you can even imagine.
They want literal infantile mode.
Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Just fucking add a happy clouds, the rainbows that go right over the boss's head. Just fucking do it. Just add it.
Well, I'm kind of
Fucking
interested.
hell.
What do they actually want? Do they actually want to fight the bosses, but just with no mechanics or something?
They don't care about the bosses.
So
They only care about the story.
So they just want to see the cutscenes then?
They want to experience the story, and going into a cleared raid instance
Why isn't that
apparently
good
is not good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're gonna have another real talk. So you can experience 100% of the. I'm not exaggerating that. You can experience 100% of the story from the raid by going into a cleared instance. Yes, you will miss out on some flavor. There are some interactions like I can't. I want to actually give the game like legit praise for a sec and the devs because Fallout is a game franchise that I love, and I think that a lot of the developers love it as well from some of the interaction I've had with them, fortunately. And they've added something which is essentially like a special check to the raids in some scenarios. So, for example, the door to Samurog, to open that up, you have to go and find keys and put 4 keys in the door, and it takes a little time. If you're a thief, you can go up to the door, click on it, and there's a dialogue option that you get to be able to pick the lock. And you can pick the lock immediately, open it up, and it says lock, meet thief. Your character says it. It's wonderful. And I'm pretty sure that there are interactions with Necro. I can't swear, I don't remember. But like, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a great, like, I don't know, it's a great implementation. It's amazing. And like stuff like that you're not going to experience, but that's not relative to the story. It's just extra flavor that's just insanely cool. I think the actual story and like the environment of the raid, like you don't really miss out on anything, and if you do miss out on it, then just go watch a video of someone killing it, because I can promise you, if you are like a hyper toxic casual and you think you should just be able to do all of the content for free, then you're not actually going to enjoy doing the raid boss. And doing it on infantile mode would be worthless, because it's worthless. It means nothing. And if that's something that would give you satisfaction, just standing on a cloud and well, that's kind of a hidden meme. Standing on a cloud and just ranging the boss, like, I don't know. Like, if that gives you satisfaction, then I don't know what to tell you. There's a personal issue with you individually that ArenaNet cannot solve.
Here you go. Here's a good one. Can you elaborate on why you think that raids were implemented poorly? Raids requiring 10 people. This is first and foremost. I raid occasionally, and finding 10 people is very, very difficult.
It's not.
What the fuck does that say about the game that you can't find 10 people to play with in an MMO? Fuck off.
I'm not sure if that's accurate though. I don't think it says anything about the game. I think that's just wrong. I mean, you can get
find 10 people to play with. You can find 5, but you can't find 5 more. Is every guild of 5 people strong? Oh my god! Come on.
I just think that they should. The people who complain, the complainers, and there are plenty of people, plenty of people complaining, guys. But what do they actually want? Do they what? How easy do they want this? I
want to even give another example. So like, I get comments on my YouTube channel. It's a nice insight to have into part of the community that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. And people will like comment and they'll say, "Tell me your build, please." All of the sentence will be spelled incorrectly. The like punctuation, the grammar, it's just awful. It's non-existent. And like that happens a lot. And it's like, okay, you can click the video description. I have all of my builds linked there. You can go on my channel, just search for the word builds. You'll find them. You can go to Google. You can search Guild Wars 2 Chronomancer build. I'm probably going to be the second result, and it's probably going to be a YouTube video. And you can find it. You can go on Reddit. You can search. You can go on MetaBattle. Like, you can find builds that work for raids.
That's too much work. That's too much work, Brazil.
And you are correct. If
too much work.
If you cannot operate individually, if you think that literally everything, like you just have to ask questions about everything, cannot think critically, if you think that you just have to be spoon-fed every time, like the tiniest details, if you think that is necessary, then it's a problem on your end. It's not something that anyone else is going to be able to fix. It is something that you have to fix. It is not a problem with the game. I want to say it's not a problem with the game. It is a problem with you. If me saying that makes you mad, that is verification that it is in fact a problem with you.
No, I have no problem with normal modes. I mean, if CM modes are properly supported and continue to be properly supported, I don't have a problem with normal mode. It's fine. Perfectly fine. You know, you can argue, you know, how difficult the bosses should be in normal mode or how easy they should be, but whatever. At the end of the day, if CMs are properly supported and replayable, that doesn't matter. The argument is that normal mode is too difficult, apparently, for the majority of the vocal player base on Reddit. And 10 people is far too many people to gather into one group for a lot of these people. That's the argument that they put forward, and I say it's BS.
I mean, look, there's the LFG, you know. That's the thing, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I actually kind of think that the people who say, if you, I will grant them this. If you only pug raids, and you have 0 insights, and no kill proof, and you don't play a meta class, then yes, I would say pugging raids is probably hard.
I would disagree with that. Because I made an alt account for the purpose of that. And I just kind of like 0 AP fresh alt. Like I got some exotic gear on a necromancer, went into raids, pugged on EU, and EU pugging is more brutal than NA pugging. So it is like, and if you've never done a raid before, like if you've never, like if you don't know anything about the content at all and you actually want to do it, you're willing to do something that's challenging, then you can go watch a YouTube video, go read a guide. You can get familiar with the content without having done it. Then you can go, like, there's a Reddit called like /r/GW2 Raiders. They have a Discord where you can join and ask questions. You can post a thread, ask a question. You can find people that will help you. You can just look in the LFG in the evenings for teaching runs. Find it. Like, honestly, you could probably just ask in map chat in the aerodrome, and people will probably be able to at least give you direction, if nothing else, to resources. Like,
just join a training guild. Like, there's a whole bunch of training guilds out there.
Tons.
If you want to raid, you can raid. Like, you can do it. Like, it's not like it's probably just the mentality that I can't do it. This is impossible. Like, it's probably just like multiple layers of self-doubt and fear that is actually preventing you from being able to do it. Because if you actually want to raid, you can go and raid, and you can get good at it. You can go on the Special Forces training area, you can practice, etc., 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 etc.
But Brazil,
I
want to run my carrion longbow ranger. I want to run my soldier's druid. Come on,
get out, or adapt. If you're not willing to adapt, then I mean,
you can play.
You can buy the bosses.
Yeah, Yummy.
Yeah,
just go
Yummy
talk to
Yummy will help you out.
Yeah.
Or if
Yummy will help you out. On EU, you can pay 25 gold a boss. It's fantastic.
United Scrubs is the best-selling guild on EU.
You can go to United Scrubs, or you can talk to INS if you actually want to get the clear within a decent time. You know, I mean, United Scrubs.
Within like a week or so, INS is good for that.
Yeah,
United Scrubs.
Yeah.
Looking at like 2 pulls.
Have US killed the last boss yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, they want the story, but they don't want to actually raid or play the content. So
then that's wonderful news because you can get the story without raiding.
No, apparently that's not good enough.
Oh,
because
okay.
because when you answer with just enter a clear raid instance, for whatever reason, that is not good enough. They need to hear the dialogue, the few bits of dialogue that you say when you enter the raid area of a boss for some reason. And hey, I'm sure ArenaNet can probably implement that for you. When you enter the cleared raid instance of an area, I'm sure that they can have it trigger whatever the hell the character is supposed to say.
There's another way, actually. You can actually pay. You can look in an LFG. You can find someone who has a boss instance open. They sell them for like a gold. You can do your dailies. You can get your free gold from the daily chest, 1 gold. And you can go buy a raid instance open at Deimos and see Saul and his chains. Just fly in, check it out, look at it. Easy.
Because ArenaNet has already given you an answer, Vischer, that they don't want to add easy mode.
But normal mode, as we've discovered with this
is the easy mode.
Normal mode is really not that. And
this
no,
game has
BGO2.
This game
I in fact don't have to show my face because my prediction or my however it worked, I was right as usual. So
Well, easy. Yeah, it is kind of it's just not enough, is it? It's just not enough. ArenaNet implement relatively easy bosses, and then they add a challenge mode to keep the try-hard players happy, and then they still say it's too hard.
And let's have we mentioned how insanely good the challenge mode rewards are?
It's only one time though.
Yes, but it is insane. It is so good. You get a guaranteed skin, easy. Guaranteed skin of the boss. Just I just want to say that again. You don't have to buy it with tokens. It's guaranteed. You get a chest. You can open it up. You can pick it. Then you get a chest of inscriptions and insignias, which you can pick any exotic inscription or insignia that exists in the game. Take it out. Convert your ascended armor. Minstrels, no problem. Minstrels insignias are like 20 gold each. Easy. So just you can get the chest, keep it however you want. Then you get a chest of food and utilities, 1 of each. And those have stuff like 20 seaweed salads, 20 writs of masterful strength, which those are like over 2 gold on the trading post. 40 toxic focusing crystals. It has a huge pool to pick from. You can pick all that. You can take it. You can sell it. You can keep it and use it. That's what I did. Like, it's good. And then you also get ascended crafting mats on top of that. You can get your Alonian leather, Delgamore steel, spirit wood. Easy. It's such good rewards. Yeah. And the challenge modes are actually they're good. Like, it's not give the boss, the overseer does get like an extra 10 million health. But it's like, it's not just make the boss do more damage, give the boss more health, and just like artificial difficulty. It adds like really interesting effects that you have to deal with. It changes up the fight. At first, I was really annoyed with Karen's challenge mode because like I thought it was kind of RNG and it was irritating. But like it's good. It's good. The Overseer challenge mode, like I did that for hours yesterday, and some of my US friends, like they were on it for like 18 hours and they didn't beat it, but it was fun. Like I loved it. It's such a good mechanic. It's really fun. I don't know about, I've seen some of the other ones and they're pretty interesting looking as well, but
Mithrin. Raids are like Nightmare Fractals. There's a normal mode and a CM mode. In normal mode, except for the last boss, not that difficult.
And
that's okay because they're CM. It's okay because they're CM.
There are achievements for the other raid encounters. They're not challenge modes that you turn on. Like, there are achievements that you can do that make the fight different. I guess you would argue more difficult as well, like Slippery Slubbling. Last Cannon Sabbatha. Environmentally Friendly, which I think is the worst one. That one's terrible, but like, I don't know.
No, Segment, you don't have it straight. You do not have it straight. Raids were created for, let's use the right words here. They were created.
I can explain it if you want me to.
Go ahead, Brazil.
Raids were created to give enjoyable, repeatable content to people that are good at the game, and they were created to help other players get better at the game that wanted to, and to further on side stories.
The concept was that
challenging group content.
Challenging group content. That's what it was. That an organized challenging group content is what it was made for. It wasn't made to keep the LFGs in mind. It wasn't made to keep the living story people necessarily in mind. It was end game challenging organized group content. And it's not necessarily even that. So you do need some organization. There is a challenge there. There's a challenge mode for those who really are seeking that. You can low man boss it if you really want to, push that skill area. But the complaints that I see about the raid is not about necessarily its difficulty. It's not about that they can't necessarily get into the raids or that they have to run certain builds or whatever. It's that they can't find enough players. Finding 5 extra people is too damn difficult. So it's the 10-man aspect that's really the problem here for these people who are complaining about not being able to see the story. And if raids didn't have a story, there would be 50% less complaints.
Yeah.
Because that's all they really care about. They don't care about the bosses or the mechanics or the rewards, although there's a few complaints about rewards and having White Mantle skins locked in there, even though we're fighting White Mantle in the open world and you should be able to access it. It's about the story. It's the fact that they can't experience the story without having to find 10 people to go and complete the raid, which apparently they can't find. They just can't find it.
You know what I think they should have done to trigger them a little bit? You know, the Eye of Janthier mini? They should have not only not made it sellable, because it's kind of the new Ghostly infusion. They should have not made it sellable, and they should make it so you can only get it if you've done the challenge mode.
Yeah.
Like literally the only way to obtain it is by getting the challenge mode, and then make it unsellable so you can't buy the challenge mode as well. Like you have to have actually participated or something. Spicy as fuck.
You should see, a friend of mine coded this thing. It's called a DPS uptime meter, and it measures your actual DPS uptime. Every second it checks if you've hit the boss or not. If you don't hit the boss, your uptime goes down. So ArenaNet could easily just make the same thing, an uptime meter. If your DPS uptime is less than a certain percentage, don't get credit for challenge mode. Easy.
Do you have
and
to
even they
maintain
could take
DPS
it farther.
Uptime?
Yeah, they could make a DPS meter, and if you don't do a certain amount of damage, and they could even do something so interesting as, like, calculate, because there are actually other DPS meters made by third parties that do this. They look at your stuff and calculate what damage you should be doing based on what gear and traits you're using. So ArenaNet could predict within, some realm of what damage you should be doing with particular gear and builds. And if you don't meet that threshold, and you don't have a good DPS uptime, don't get credit for challenge mode. Easy. That's the solution. Easy. And if that triggers you, whatever, who cares? You're bad, and you need to practice and improve.
Wow. That's not true, Segment. I wouldn't say that raiders don't care about story. I know a number of raiders who do care about story, who do care about that sort of aspect of it. Does that mean that they're lore nuts? No, not necessarily, but it doesn't mean they don't appreciate the story that exists in the raid.
Yeah. And it is an interesting story as well, and the whole theme I really feel like the design team of for the raid team really kind of stepped it up a notch. For this raid, it's really kind of dark and kind of disturbing. I mean, if you look at those hands, guys, you guys see the hands on the last boss? It's horrifying. He's got loads of hands just coming off him.
He's got loads of Donald Trump hands just hanging all over him.
Tiny little hands. And they're
little tiny hands trying to rub you.
He's kind of like, he's pretty terrifying. It is actually horrifying. And then, you run around and the hands get you, and you're kind of fighting like the sins of Saul. It's actually really fucking badass. Like the team have done such a great job there. And at the end, after you beat him, you can kind of go into the room where they were torturing him. Oh my god, it's so juicy.
And there are hidden memes around. Like there's a dagger that kind of looks like it might be a Guild Wars 1 dagger.
Oh.
And there are dialogues that refer to Guild Wars 1 events and how he was before he became the founder of the White Mantle and all Mersadified. Like, if you think that you need to actually kill the boss in order to go experience how insanely good that is, don't know.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
And I think Mithrin, you have the wrong viewpoint there. You say it's not raiders who care about story; there are story players who also raid. I don't think that's correct.
That doesn't even make any sense. You've tried to create a logical argument and you've failed at basic principles of how to do that. Like that's like you kind of got the all squares are rectangles thing backwards, or all rectangles are square, however it works. See, I'm doing a bad job at it too, but
I mean, okay, so here we go, segment, okay? So you're saying that the problem is that there's some story in the raid, but what part of the story can you not experience just by opening an instance, a cleared instance? This is the thing I've always asked. Like I never really get an answer to this. What part of the story can you not experience just by getting an open? You don't even have to pay. People will do it for free. They'll give you a cleared instance for free.
I'll do it for free. Ask me. Just whisper me in game at any time.
There are plenty of people who will give you an instance, and you can go talk to Glenna and view all the cutscenes that you want to. You can even view the entrances of the bosses, which is kind of cool as well. I mean, they're all pretty fucking badass. All the bosses are actually really cool. Ken is really cool. The kind of board game event is also really, really awesome, actually. And then Samrog, what the fuck? He's got a fresh model. He's got loads of cool animations. He's a giant dinosaur thing with a bunch of legs and arms. And Demos is really cool as well. It's all really cool stuff. You can see all these entrances. But I mean, the only thing you can't do solo is the actual boss fight. And if you don't care about the boss fight, then I don't get it. Like, what's the problem here? You can interact with everything. Going through the raid and bosses in context of ambient story is part of the experience.
Yeah,
also freeing
interesting
Saul
enough.
Part of the boss fight. You can't do it outside of it. Well, you can see the cutscene wherein you free Saul. So.
And you can go watch a YouTube video, easy. And if people have a mindset like yours, which is poor me, wah, then, you probably don't want to actually fight the boss anyways. You just want to pretend you do because you just want some sort of pretense protecting you as a barrier to not actually do the content. You just want to complain about it.
Wow, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah,
Segment, if you really believe that,
honest brutality.
Hold on.
I'll tear apart your delusion. I don't have a problem with that.
If you really believe going through the raid and the bosses in the context of ambient story is part of the experience, then play the raid. Find 10 people, join a guild, join a training guild, join an LFG, join other people in an MMO, and play the raid. It's not so difficult that it isn't accomplishable. Yes, it might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 3 weeks. Hell, it might take you a month. I think the first raid clear took me a month and a half with the old group I used to play with. And it wasn't about world first or clearing it quickly. It was about clearing it in a relaxed group, in a relaxed environment, and experiencing the content, which all 15 of us did. We rotated people in and out.
Segment, the problem is that what I mean, I understand arguments of casual. No, those aren't qualified to be arguments. Those are nothing more than statements that are supported by really stupid reasoning. And, they're designed to just be pretend barriers so we can feel safe and complain about stuff for the sake of complaining and pretend that we're right when you're not. Like that doesn't. And you're also this is even better. This is even better. You are saying that in a way that would indicate all casuals have that argument, and they do not. I know people that play casually that do raids. At this point, I would say that I play casually and I do raids because I took a new job, I work more, I do other stuff now. Like, I'm not just sitting in a dark room playing Guild Wars 2 for literally like 18 hours a day.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So, like,
I have a question as well that I'm not knowledgeable enough in Guild Wars 1. Did the Underworld and Domain of Anguish have story? I thought they did. I thought they had story elements.
They
I thought there was lore in there.
They like tie up loose ends at the end of DOA like ties up loose ends at the end of Nightfall to a certain extent.
So what's the problem?
And honestly, if anything, like if you don't know, I don't know. I like DOA is if you don't do like the correct strats, it's honestly like really really hard. Like I don't know. Like honestly, in Guild Wars 1, but the thing is, in Guild Wars 1, you can kind of do it solo. If you pick the right hero, pick the right heroes.
Were they doing that? Were they doing it at release of Underworld and Domain of Anguish when that content was released? Were they soloing it? Maybe they were. I don't know.
You've done something else. You've given him an out to disregard the positions that we just made before Underworld and Domain of Anguish are brought up. The segment has not responded to those and should respond to those.
I just it's okay to it's okay to have it's okay to have stories on their own in hardcore environments. So really, they're triggered because of Saul. They're triggered because of White Mantle. I mean, come on, what the hell?
I mean, Saul has no actual bearing on the story, the main story, right?
No, not
at all. I think honestly, with Wing 3, I almost think that's a point because Zera does have implications with regards to the story with Lazarus. You've got a point there. I think on Wing 3, there's definitely the argument to be made that the story of Wing 3 is relevant to the main arc, right? Because you do, witness the resurrection of Lazarus, or as you play in the story, maybe not. But spicy. Yeah.
I have to go back and check the NPCs, but there's an NPC in Bloodstone Fen that gives you a synopsis of the raid. He tells you like what happened, basically.
While not a main story, Saul's story is one of the best mysteries of Guild Wars 1. Interestingly enough, you have just demonstrated that you think your opinion is very correct, and that it's one of the best stories in Guild Wars 1, and that's not an objective reality. So
you go all Athene on me, Brazil.
You've
subjective.
Yes, I have. So you've honestly just revealed that you have a personal problem with the issue, and that's why you're upset and you're complaining. So that is exactly what it is. It is a personal problem. It is not a problem with the content. Funny how that works.
I don't know. I mean, it is a pretty big mystery to a certain extent. If you play, I mean, but if you played the bonus pack mission, you go, oh, whatever happened to that fucker? Oh shit. But I mean, he kind of gets wrecked at the end anyway. They kind of tie it up a little bit, because they, I was actually kind of expecting Saul to actually appear in the living story as well, like because you can kind of see that. I mean, Lazarus is back, maybe Saul comes back as well, But I think that would actually really upset the casuals, so they just bopped him at the end of the raid. Like, oh yeah, okay, well, rip Saul, feels bad, man. We freed him and then he's dead. I think it would be cool to have at least had it him to interact with a little bit before he dies, you know? Like, you could actually communicate with him a little bit, but there's actually no direct interaction. But again, that probably would have triggered people again, right? If you could actually talk to Saul. That would probably really upset people.
Segment has just said that my opinion is, that my opinion about raid mode is just an opinion. The difference is that you might be able to consider it an opinion, but opinions based on actual arguments and demonstrable facts have a little bit more weight. If your opinion that, I don't know, like the raid is a happy environment, it's angels and rainbows, the Wing 4, then that's kind of silly because you can demonstrate otherwise. Like it's not an argument. Once again, it's not.
I expect that ArenaNet will give in to them and give them their casual, easy story mode or whatever it is.
Here's the thing,
or
right?
They'll give it to them and they'll deliver it in some other way. Maybe they won't give story mode, but maybe they'll give
I honestly,
an NPC that lets them have it.
I advocate for an easy mode, right? I'm not even joking. Like, I would actually advocate for an easy mode under the condition that it takes absolutely no development time away from both normal mode and the challenge modes, right? Because like, fuck this shit. You don't compromise my fucking challenging content with this fucking casual, this casual shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, if it's gonna take away development time from making challenge modes and they put infantile mode in instead, what the fuck is this? I want to have my hardcore experience. Like,
I think if they do, it'll just take a little bit longer for raids to happen. I don't know how much longer.
I can say with actually pretty much certainty that this week, for me, I've had actually the most fun in Guild Wars 2 to date. I'm not even joking. Like, the progression of doing the normal mode into the challenge mode, especially the last boss, was probably the most fun I have had in Guild Wars 2.
I'll give another comparison so I can make my position on this more defined. So I think there are two vital updates to Guild Wars 2 that improve the game to a level that if it was a core functionality of the game, a core feature, people would not have just quit the game at the start and have been irritated with it. I think the two examples of that are the account wallet and the account wardrobe when those were implemented. I think that the account wallet was like the first big thing of this should have been in the game from the launch and the game would have been 100 times better. And the wardrobe was next. The wardrobe wasn't even a feature I thought would ever exist. The account wallet made sense. And realistically, like this update, if I had to choose between this patch and the rest of those, I would definitely have picked the wardrobe first. 100%. I would have taken the wardrobe if I could only have one of the three. Wouldn't have been it. I would have probably had a hard time choosing between the wallet and this patch. I don't know which one I would pick. That's how good I think it is. The other, I guess there's actually a fourth option. The fourth best patch is the one where they nerf Necromancer into the ground at Halloween.
I love it, Summer. That's right. Do those 100 hardcore players spend money? Because you got to think about the money. You got to think about that. You're right. They do. It's a business. It's a business that is losing money. If you look at the quarterly reports. So the casuals, you ain't buying enough casuals. Spend more money. Get out there and spend that money. You're not buying enough backpacks and gliders and white mantle outfits and whatever the fuck else is being sold. Get out there and spend that money. Are you going to spend more money if they add story mode? Because if you say yes, hey, ArenaNet might do it tomorrow.
Well, it's not. But the more hardcore players also kind of bring a lot of value to the game, though, right?
They do.
Because you
make YouTube videos,
exactly, YouTube videos.
They promote the game.
What do people watch on Twitch? They watch the high-end PvP streams. They watch the elitists like us do raids, right? It's like no one's fucking watching people do fucking world completion. You know, no.
Just have like 3 viewers every single time.
Like, no one's watching people like run around open world and do world bosses. You know, it's all about the elitism in the game that kind of drives people to get that Twitch online presence, Twitch, YouTube online presence. You know, I mean, look at all this stuff. I mean,
and you wanna.
If you listen to Yummy, I mean, he's funding ArenaNet's pockets by selling the raid because they gotta buy gems.
They buy gems, and then So actually, if you are an elitist player, guys, if you are an elitist player, okay,
fucking hell.
Okay, if you're an elitist player, make sure you sell raids because that means your buyers will be forced to buy gems in order to buy your raids, and therefore you will actually be funding ArenaNet by selling. Okay.
Saying that hardcore players don't spend enough money on the game does not necessarily mean that they don't generate people that do spend enough money on the game. As like kind of just made that argument. Also, here's something funny. There was a Zera mask in the gem store.
In the gem store.
A Slothsaur back piece and a mini Sabbatha. And Tuesday, I almost 100%. I will say 100%.
Demos in the gem store.
Demos in the gem store.
Yeah. It's honestly coming.
In the gem store
on. I love it.
On Tuesday. Are you actually making this prediction?
Even further, there may be a Saul D'Alessio outfit too.
Ooh.
What a meme that would be! Glowing, dyeable, glowing particle effect eyes. Dyeable, glowing particle effect eyeballs.
I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. God damn it.
I don't really see that as I really don't see that as a problem though, because actually no, I kind of do actually, because I was gonna say, hey, we've got the Eye of Janther. We've got the Eye of Janther as our exclusive little mini thing, but actually you don't, because you can just buy it. But never mind. Yeah, but they added a new ghostly infusion, so that's how you convert your Magnetite shards now. You buy the mini Eye of Janther and sell that. Job done. But I don't know. I mean, there is some cool stuff. I mean, look at the skins, right? Like, some of the skins I don't really like, but the demon ones are actually really cool, right? Like, the hammer and the mace are really, really fucking cool, you know? Wait, what other ones are there? Oh, yeah, the bow and the sword are actually pretty cool, too. So there are definitely really cool skins in the raid. But I don't really mind if they sell, Demos in the gem store. I mean, come on. It's not a big deal. The shard converter... The shard converter is actually really disappointing, by the way. I was really hyped. I thought it would be some kind of converter that you can get daily value out of because you're actually good at the game and you did all the challenge modes. It turns out it's just a basic vendor where you can just buy all the skins.
Buy what skins? The raid skins?
Yeah, it's like portable Glenna. That's what it is. But every wing. Yeah, it's kind of... Oh.
That's disappointing. I mean, I guess it's okay, but it's, eh.
I think it's trash. That's just going in my bank and never getting used.
Yeah, I mean, you raid enough, Yeah, I guess.
So. I mean, what is that even for?
Wait, can you sell stuff? Can you sell stuff to Glenna?
You can't. No, you can only you can exchange minis and
but you can't
portals.
sell random
minis and portals.
You can't sell random junk to her, right?
No, you can't sell. Well, you can sell junk, but I don't think you can sell it to the exchange. It's not like a portable merchant.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Brazil.
Today we're talking about Gem Store. Mini Sabbatha. But yeah, I mean that's kind of rip. How much is the eye? The eye is 220 gold. Yeah, there you go. A ghostly infusion, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's kind of... I was expecting something a little bit more from the Magnetite exchange thing, but whatever. It's alright. It's just like a
Magnetite.
It's just a Glenna. It's a Glenna, portable Glenna.
Oh.
Do you think there'll be a balance patch on Tuesday? Maybe not this week, but the next week. Because I think there'll be 2 weeks between. Like this Tuesday will be Gem Store update, and then next Tuesday will be balance patch. I kind of want to say,
which I'm not even excited for. Fuck it.
No, just don't even care anymore. But you know what is actually? I wanna. I really want to praise. I need to praise the raid team here because the way they have gone about this raid, actually. I see great intelligence in these people, guys. Like, that they are actually doing the spiciest thing ever. They're going for the ultimate way to balance the game. They are just designing the encounters in such a way that it massively favors certain classes, right? So instead of nerfing or buffing Necromancer, it just turns out that Necromancer on Boss 2 challenge mode makes it really fucking easy, right? So suddenly, Necromancer's back on the fucking menu, boys. And I'll tell you what, hey, Brazil, you know your Ventari Rev heal?
Yes, sir.
That's fucking sick as shit on Cairn, right?
Cairn.
You know what I mean, right?
Keep up the tablet reflex.
Exactly. Keep up the tablet reflex. And even better, it has insanely good spot heal because you just move the tablet onto the people with agony. So suddenly, wow, these builds are actually kind of good, right? On these bosses. And that's just oh my god, that's so good. That is the absolute correct way to go about balance when you have quite a slow balance cycle because of the way that the PvP seasons work right now. So whenever they release a raid, they can kind of add their own balance patch just by making certain builds way better in these various encounters, right? And oh yeah, also like Minstrel Chrono is actually insane on in Wing 4 as well. I'm just saying, guys. Minstrel Chrono is really good here, especially on the last boss. It makes the last boss kind of easy. Do you know how much healing I did on the last boss on challenge mode, Brazil? I did 1 million healing.
Wow.
I out-healed...
Nerf it.
I believe I out-healed both druids. And the...
On Minstrel Chrono.
Yeah, on Minstrel Chrono. And the only person who out-healed me was Plenix on his Healing Tempest, who did 1.3 million healing in the entire fight. So that's actually pretty nice. And, you know, Healing Tempest. Like, Healing Tempest is so good on that fight, right?
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And what I just love, like, the different strats that have emerged on here and the different classes that are going to get used, right?
Some guilds are just going to copy other guild strats. You know?
Oh, you're talking about LOD. LOD copying CM strats.
I'm not naming any names.
Oh, boy.
I'm naming names.
Inks, you've become
me. I don't give a shit anymore. So triggered today. So triggered.
But I mean, you know, like a lot of the time, there's a lot of, you know, the ranger pets, for example. Like the pets are always the same. Like they're just strictly better than the other ones. You know, you run the tiger, you run the wyvern. Yeah. But guess what? You run the spider on the challenge mode on the last boss because suddenly the prides, because it's irrelevant on normal mode, but suddenly on the challenge mode, you're thinking, holy shit. You know, this is actually a big deal now. We need to get some kind of extra immobilized. So maybe you run muddy terrain. Maybe you have the spider as well, right? And you just suddenly this kind of massive diversity or, you know, potential different strategies comes out because of the design of the encounter. And honestly, like I cannot praise the raid team for doing this enough. This is, in my opinion, like the best way to go about balancing stuff. So instead of fucking around with the numbers, and well, I mean, well, it's kind of irrelevant now because now the PvP balance split is kind of, you know, whatever. It is actually split, but before the split, you'd think, wow, this is how you balance the game because you just change stuff. You know, it's pretty fucking good. You just change stuff and you're good to go. Okay. Act 3 perma AoE chill. You got to immobilize them though. You got to immobilize them. If even one pride gets in, you're kind of screwed on challenge mode. You know, you got to go for the immobilize.
Immobilize it next to Saul. Just epidemic onto it.
Oh my god. You know, actually, someone did actually tell me about a really interesting strategy that you can do on that because I didn't realize this, but in order for another pride to spawn, you have to kill the previous one, right? So it turns out that you could actually just perma-immobilize it and just not kill it, and then no more prides will actually spawn. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool that thieves can just lockpick the gate.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, we went over that a little bit earlier, but yeah, very, very cool stuff.
There's some stuff in Living Story that they start to do as well that I really like, where you can corrupt skeletons and the hounds and the turrets. And lockpicking, once again, is the thing as well. It's cool. I like that stuff.
Codicus is too hard. Please nerf.
They did. They nerfed him.
They did nerf him. They removed the... What did they do? Did they remove the Jades or something?
Yeah.
They removed Jade Bows, and they gave you more time on his special action key.
Yeah.
And a couple other minor things. It's story. Who cares? It's fine. The room. My only complaint with the Cauticus thing is the room was too small. So vision issues when you're like moving the camera. But whatever, it's story.
Yeah.
I think that's the theme of the
anyway.
whole environment. I think the theme of the environment is that that Cauticus has a small mind, and it's just self-obsessed.
I mean, that is true.
And it affects how the player has to deal with them. See, I'm way too insightful today. I should just not. I should continue to never sleep, and I'll just remain in the state.
No. Actually,
no, I mean I'm not salty about the story. It's story. It's whatever.
I don't know.
I don't care that they nerfed it.
I don't know. Like the Jade armors are kind of irritating, though. Let's be real here, guys. They are kind of annoying.
Oh, they were. Yeah, they were.
They are a bit of a pain, but it's not like impossible.
That's what killed me when I did it the first time.
I can understand that people might struggle if they're running like I don't even know. What would you struggle? I don't know. Like maybe if you don't fucking do anything, Why are you guys linking me this shit? I know what this is. I know what this is, by the way. I guarantee that if you guys click this, it's going to say the goal daily challenge is to get Teapot to click on this link for like the 10th time or something. I'm not buying this shit, guys. I'm not fucking clicking it. Okay.
No, I just clicked on it. It's actually not that.
Yeah, I don't fucking believe you, Brazil. I fucking buy that shit.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Can you talk about the giant snake tail that you can see from the tree after you cleared the raid? Someone click this link and tell me what it is, guys.
No, because there's also another hidden meme in there too, where you find out that they had probably imprisoned Forgotten, and it's just kind of like more visual confirmation that was the same thing.
Yeah,
it's actually a real link. I'm not messing with you.
You're not gonna. You cannot debate me.
All right.
No, there will be no debating here, guys.
It's not.
People are saying it's a snake tail.
I promise it's not debate.
It ain't happening, guys. This is
not.
Inks. Click the link.
It's not.
Click the link.
I already clicked the link.
What is the link, Inks?
What do you think the link is?
Yeah, exactly. I already know what it is. Yeah, exactly. I don't trust you guys. It's like, oh yeah, exactly. See, look, Khalil says, "What the fuck is that?" Because he knows exactly what it is. You guys can't get me, okay? Yeah, it's daily. Get Teapot to click on this link for the 5th time. Like, yeah, nice try. You can't debate me, okay? Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Cauticus is too hard, guys. Nerf him again.
It disappoints me that I've become that good at lying, and Teapot still didn't believe me. Yeah. I don't like this. I have to get better.
He knows too good. I mean, he gets trolled on a daily basis for hours on end.
Oh
my gosh.
You're right. It's a troll. It's a troll. Don't click it. It's 100% a troll.
Yeah.
You shouldn't click it under any circumstances.
I'm not gonna.
It's definitely not a real picture that actually confirms the Forgotten. It's 100%. It's 100% a troll. Never click on it ever. Yeah. Easy.
I didn't click the link, guys. Don't try and fucking bullshit me. I didn't click the link. I didn't do it. The Berserker meta is a lie. Honestly, on Cauticus, maybe. Maybe you want a little bit of... Maybe you run Sentinel gear or something just to get that extra toughness.
Oh, that was my favorite thread. That was my favorite thread of the week. Was...
What?
So story gets released, and people are complaining about Cauticus, and some valid complaints, some whatever, silliness. And at least 3 or 4 times within the thread, they started the sentence off with, "I'm a glass thief, Ellie," and ... Love it. Love it. "I'm having problems getting killed. I'm a glass thief, Ellie." Have you tried playing not a glass thief, Ellie on that encounter? No. Fuck you. Glass thief, Ellie all the way.
Well, I mean, I did it on my Zerker Ellie, and it was fine.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about the story a little bit? The episode itself?
Buzz kills Woody.
You guys don't...
Brazil actually enjoyed it. I mean, I nearly had a heart attack.
Wait, what?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the story this time.
I kind of thought you would say that, actually.
Very good.
I honestly kind of thought you would say that, because I think the story was actually good as well, yeah.
It turns out that there's this character called Timey that just ruins everything.
And she was barely in it.
It was great. Yeah.
She didn't just
It was
randomly
too
do
short.
it. There was no
Did I
Deus
say
Ex
Glassy
timey at
Felly?
all.
Fucking hell, I'm
There was
tired.
no Deus Ex timey. She doesn't just like randomly save the day. It was great. We had some cool instances. We got to explore the map as part of the, like you contribute to the war effort to defeat the mantle before you, go beat up Cordicus. And then,
Yeah, the
there's like
filler wasn't too bad.
some really good stuff. Like, there was a good chunk of content as well, I would say. It didn't take too long. I think it. I don't know. What do you reckon? How long do you reckon it took to do? Like 45 or something? 45 minutes?
I mean, it took me a lot longer because of how I play the story the first time. I talk to every single person and I read every single document, and so the first time it took me quite a bit longer. But I don't really rush the story the first time I go in because I know it's going to be fairly short in general.
Yeah, I kind of went through it as I went through it pretty fast, basically. To just try and get it done, just to experience it. I will go back and do the achievements and stuff, and I'll go back and look at the instances a little bit more closely. But when I do it for the first time, I just want to get through it, and I just want to see what happens. I want to see my plot. I want to see my plot points. I'm rich, Yeah, that was some really cool Easter eggs actually in the Cordicus matter. That's actually really funny. You see a little bit of Mesmer having a little bit of fun with an illusion.
I'm rich,
oh yeah.
I really wish I was a Mesmer.
Yeah.
Then I could just make Zarafutas all day.
Yeah, you could make some Zarafutas.
That would be really fun.
Oh man,
that would be a fun illusion to shatter. Am I right, Brazil? Yeah.
Mind rack.
Yeah. Ooh, a cry of frustration. Nice.
I don't know. I probably spent an hour and a half. I think the first time I went through, and I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm sure I probably got sidetracked in the open world a little bit, and I definitely went through and looked for every single book and read every journal and talked to every person, and I did as much as I could do my first time through the story. So, but yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked that lore. There's a nostalgia bomb there for just Kryta in general. I know some people were like they're tired of human-centric whatever, but I actually like that stuff. Timey didn't annoy me as much as she usually does, but I still hope she dies. And I hope Bram dies too, because he's forming Destiny's Edge. Good for him.
Yeah.
Bram is like that guy who used to be in your guild. And he got pissed off for some reason. You pissed him off.
Marty?
Because you didn't include him in because you didn't include him in World First Rate.
Boy!
So he left the guild to form his own guild and basically called it Salt 2. And there you go. Or whatever 2. He called it DNT 2. Or QT 2. And that's Bram basically. He's just like, I don't want to be in Dragon's Watch. I'm making Destiny's Edge with a bunch of randos. What do you think of that, Teapot? I'm making Salt 2 with a bunch of fucking random people. What do you think about that? What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's fun.
And we're gonna go fight Jormag, and we're all gonna fucking die and get killed and not get world first, and we're gonna cry. That's gonna be the story for Bram.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be good.
Bram, he can go off and do his little thing, fucking trash guild. We're doing this Dragon's Watch bullshit. Though honestly, I think can I leave the guild? Can I leave the guild in the story? Because I mean,
can you leave your own guild? I don't even want to be a member anymore. I'm the leader.
Can I just hang with my boy Canuck? Because Canuck is just honestly the best character. Easy.
Canuck turned you down. He's just like, no.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
what the fuck? Well,
Canuck, we really need you, brother. We really need you. You're an awesome guy. You're really funny. I love your sass. Can you be a part of our guild?
He's a good player. He's a nice guy.
He's a spicy boy, isn't he? He's just kind of like disrespecting people. It's pretty good.
He's basically Brobo, and he's just like, you know what? I'm leaving for QT. I'm out. I can't join Salt. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Just trying to do challenge mode, but Brobo says he isn't available, but that's because he's actually raiding with QT. I remember that. But then we actually got it, so feels good, man. Yeah, what do I think of the leather farming? I haven't even tried it yet, actually. I've been told it's not even that good for money.
The leather farm is nice.
It's okay. Yeah, I did it I did it for a little bit. I didn't do a whole lot of it. Stay within the group, because if you get outside the group, you're gonna die probably.
Because the centaurs just run you over and kill you.
Well, there's like the higher up you get towards that broken castle or whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of like snipers, and they will just shoot you to death.
Yeah.
It's like Sniper Alley.
I don't know what the gold per hour is, honestly.
Yeah.
It's probably all right. It's absolute trash, apparently. But I've been told it's not that good. So
I don't know. It's leather. It's not. I do understand what people are saying. But I think Arena actually did a pretty good job with the farm. In that,
by not making it too overpowered as well.
Right, you don't want to totally destroy if they dropped, like, you only got 13 hardened leather, so I get that, right? That's not real great RNG. It's not real great drops, but let's say you got 100 hardened leather. What would that do to the price of hardened leather, right?
Well, I mean, it will. I mean, there's a lot of people doing this, so it's going to reduce to a certain extent. But maybe they want to be a little bit gentle with it instead of just wrecking it, right?
Right.
Like making it worthless overnight. I mean, they hopefully the price will go down, because I mean, let's be real. Like it's very expensive. Like one piece of, how much is a piece of hardened leather? Hang on, let's have a look. Let's look up leather, guys. Price. Okay, here we go. Oh, what the fuck is this? Crafting material. Here we go. Cured hardened leather square, 75 silver. A hardened leather section is 25 silver. And that's actually not as expensive as it was. It's already gone down a little bit, actually. That's pretty good, I guess.
They're saying hardened leather got cut in half. That's kind of brutal.
It's gone down quite a lot, you know, guys. It may not seem like you're getting a lot, but not only will you get some yourself by farming, the overall prices are going to go down. And that's just good for everyone, guys, because now you can afford stuff. You make your ascended armor.
I wonder if people thought that it was going to be close to as good as multi-loot or something.
I think probably we're expecting a multi-loot replacement, I think, yeah.
Not going to happen. They never intended loot to happen.
Multi-loot was a little bit ridiculous, I think. It was a little bit silly. And, you know, Ectos were supposed to be a bit more valuable than they are.
Silver Waste and Fractal 40 Farm are probably still kind of the best.
Yeah, like Fractal 40 Farm might be the best now, actually. Right?
It's a little more effort, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people can do some sick speedruns. Holy shit, they can do it like in 2 minutes. That's pretty good. And they just go around together, like 30 runs an hour. That's pretty insane, right? That's actually really funny. But yeah, what about Mystic Coins? Well, the thing about Mystic Coins is that you can kind of just get them eventually. They are very expensive, but I have 2 stacks of Mystic Coins, guys. And I don't need them. Right?
Market manipulator.
Yeah.
Give them away.
I'm just gathering Mystic Coins for when I do need them, right? When I need gold, I will just sell my Mystic Coins. Like, the Mystic Coins, the supply is just like so high because you get a whole bunch of Mystic Coins every day, right? Well, you get like a Mystic Coin a day on average, or I don't know, maybe you get like a third of like 2/3 of a Mystic Coin a day.
The Fractal 40 Farm is going to get nerfed eventually, probably.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think because you actually have to have decent execution to do it, they won't nerf it. Yeah. Not all of us
Easy,
have 50
have 10
accounts
to do daily logs.
Yeah, I mean, Raven he's got a good point here. You know, if you want Mystic Coins, just go ahead and use MMO Inc.'s referral link and just like buy 10 copies of the game and log in every day, and you're just gonna make bank, guys. Because think about that. You get a whole bunch of laurels every day. You get a whole bunch of Mystic Coins every day. You're going to be rolling in Mystic Coins. You're going to have more Mystic Coins than you have gold. That's insanity, okay?
There you go.
Actually, that might not actually be that good. But never mind. You know, you're going to have a whole bunch of good stuff. But, I mean, how many Mystic Coins do you guys need? So, for a Legendary, you need 231 Mystic Coins, right? On average. For the Clovers. For the 77 Mystic... for the 77 Mystic Clovers. So it's not actually that many. I don't think Mystic Coins are that much of a big deal. You know? Can you transfer laurels? No, you just turn them into crafting materials, tier 6 crafting materials. On that account, then you send yourself the thing. 231 for clovers, another
250 for hot legendaries.
Oh god. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit worse, but...
Wait, 250 what for hot
clovers.
legendaries?
Clovers. Oh, coins.
Coins.
Yeah. Oh, coins, yeah. Yeah,
I need to finish my my clovers for my legendary armor, because I forgot that
Your HMS Divinity?
Yeah, I forgot that I used some to make hope. I'm not making HMS Divinity, although with the eye patch skin and with the pirate hook and pirate peg leg and an engineer with the rifle, can make a pretty good pirate cosplay.
There you go.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. I don't really like the new legendary, actually.
I don't like it either. It's dumb.
It's fun.
It's not.
I just don't like the skin. I honestly don't think the skin is legendary. Even I don't think it's so good.
I don't either. I think the effects are nice, but I think the skin is bad.
The effects are kind of cool because you're firing basically a cannon, but the actual skin itself, the model is, I don't like it.
Nope.
I think the Predator is a lot cooler as well.
I think they could have made a case for it if it came out if that skin was tied to like Salty Sea Dog achievements. Well, first of all, Inks never would have gotten it.
No, I got my Salty Sea Dog.
It would have been a really nice skin for like that PvP achievement. It's not. It's good for that. It's not worthy of being a legendary, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good. Sorry. No, I know some people who really like it. But I know some people in Salt who are going to craft it. They're actually going to fucking make it. But no, I don't want it. And anyway, I mean, who uses rifle? Is there a single class who uses rifle right now?
NG. Doesn't
Thief
NG use rifle?
Thief gets it, and I can use my Predator, and I can use my Hope and Incinerator all at the same time.
I actually think, Brazil, that this legendary is kind of confirmation that Thief is going to get rifle, right? Because it's going to be like a pirate. It's gonna be like a swashbuckler as the new elite spec. Yeah, NG and Warrior. It's like, yeah, if you're fucking Jackie, you play Rifle Warrior. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people actually play Rifle Warrior and Rifle NG. I mean, yeah, if you're an idiot like me and you play Power NG because you can't be bothered to get Condi NG, then yeah, you use Rifle. But then you barely use the rifle, right? You just use kits anyway. You just run around in circles and put bombs down. So. I don't know.
I mean, if Thief gets rifle, I mean, don't you think they're just gonna want to be snipers and get Predator?
Yeah, that's the point. And I mean, I honestly kind of want Thief to get rifle more than I do Mace, even though Mace pistol would honestly be the best conceivable specialization that they could ever make. Because as we all know by now, if you load the Mace into the pistol, shoot it out for the combined skill, easy.
Love
it.
I
think the next Thief specialization will be ranged, because this one was melee. Just like I think the next Necro specialization will be Condi, even though that, Power Reaper doesn't exist, because it's just garbage. Don't know.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about that?
Me? No.
Oh. That's it.
What else happened to what?
There's the map and the story. I like all that stuff. My favorite patch so far.
Yeah,
easily.
I think this is a really solid episode, and I think the map is kind of cool. The map is kind of cool. I think the map looks really good. I like the way they got around the the lake by just draining the lake. Job done. The water's gone. That's pretty cute. That's pretty nice. They managed to deal with that, and I think the environment is nice. It is quite varied. I love it. Yeah. You got and you know what? You've got little secrets to find. Exploration. There is an exploration focus to this map. Right?
I know.
There are little secrets for you to find about the map. I'm standing in front of one right now. Kind of. I got this.
Fantastic.
You can get a peach or something off this guy. The ancient dude.
Wait, what?
What?
The ancient dude with a peach tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The ghost.
The ghost.
and the Watcher.
I'm standing in front of it right now.
He picks a peach from the tree and gives it to you. You can eat it for
Does he
a
say
daily.
anything?
The ghost just points to the spirit thing, the Watcher tree spirit.
Yeah.
And he just smiles or something and hands you a peach, and you can eat the peach for a buff. It's like an hour-long buff.
So I didn't know that. Teapot, go into your raid instance and go to the Solitude Ley Rift because it's a peach tree.
Is it?
And it talks. It's go over there and see it.
Okay, I'm going now.
It might even be the same tree. There's a connection.
Peach trees.
There's a connection. Are we discovering lore?
Yeah, it's a ghost of the peach tree.
Okay, hang on. I'm loading. Wow, this loading screen. What the hell? The tree does have an Aurora. They added Aurora Peachy into the game. Oh my god. As a tree.
Well, they added a peach tree. It's kind of like the wooden potato thing, right? What are they called? Maguma burls.
When are they adding a teapot into the game?
That's right.
No, not a teapot.
Well,
a tea time. Why can't they add like a little tea party into the game?
They added a teapot in the game. It was during Lucky Lunar New Year. You got the 8 gold teapot.
Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, this is the same model, Barilla. It's the same model. It's the exact same model on the tree. That's a good spot right there.
Yeah.
The tree seems oddly healthy despite the harsh environment. It's unclear if the tree gained enough nutrients and water through natural or artificial means.
Well, I mean, it looks a little bit unhealthy. It's missing some leaves there.
I'm gonna climb the tree. Here we go.
What is this raid connection?
I don't know. Guys.
See, Segment easy. Oh, nice. You're still in here. Segment. There's an open world connection that's tied to the raid. Easy. Go in and do them both. Easy.
Cool.
There's more lore for you.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I wonder, is this just a coincidence though? It must be, right?
No. I'll tell Wooden Potatoes. He'll get on the case. Easy.
He'll know. He'll find out. That's
you guys will get a whole video about it.
There is indeed a peach tree. I'm also doing a jumping puzzle.
It'd be funny if it gave you peaches for that raid boss or something.
If the loot from the boss is just a peach. Yeah,
well, for an achievement, eat a peach from the tree to give you some sort of
debuff. You're weakened as you fight the boss.
It's a corrupted peach. Gives you a debuff.
Corrupted peach. Nice.
And there you go.
Wait, what? Eat the... Oh, I didn't eat the peach. Maybe I should have eaten the peach from the tree and then come here.
Do it. Easy.
Oh, but I've already failed. I haven't done it. I don't have the peach. Someone do it and see what happens. I'm not going to do that. But yeah. That was an interesting little segue. But yeah, also the raid environment is really fucking good.
It's amazing.
It never ceases to amaze me how the raid team is able to do this with so few people, it seems, you know?
And it's just dark and evil and really horrifying. It's so good.
Wait, let's see if these still fear me. Oh no, they don't. There's a lovely little bit of flavor on this last boss. If you run into these statues, they fear you. That's so fucking good.
Freaking poor Bobby Stein was getting shit from people about
people were
the
flaming
story
him.
Being enraged.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell?
That's not his decision.
Oh my god.
That's not Bobby's decision. I mean, come on, guys. What the fuck?
Do you know what the best part is? Is Bobby himself, is not like a hardcore raider, you know?
Yep.
That's the best part, they flame him even though he himself is not even a hardcore elitist player. Okay, Kevin's got the peach. Okay, eat the peach, Kevin. Let's see, what's he gonna do? Okay. He's struggling to eat the peach. He hasn't eaten it. Oh, you can't eat it in raids. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Can you eat it outside and come in and still have the buff?
You probably lose the buff. Okay. Rip connection. It's gone now. Yeah, okay. Ruined. You can only eat it in Lake Doric. That's a good point, actually. Never mind. Yeah. Thoughts on the theory that Lazarus is actually Gleam? You mean Glint? Which is why he wants to protect Aurene / absorb magic. It is actually really interesting.
No. Gleam is Glint's first scion. Her first baby.
Am I fucking retarded or something? Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Never mind. Random Disney-ass name has high IQ. Lol. Outplayed by law. Feels horrible, man.
No.
Well, I guess that's... I don't know. I mean... we don't know, do we? Maybe someone's figured out already who has been resurrected, who actually is this Lazarus, because that's actually a big plot point here, guys.
Yeah, it is.
This is a big
Fake
thing.
Lazarus.
It's fake Lazarus. Okay, guys, he's fake. It's not him. It's not.
Boozy.
It's not exactly Lazarus. Like one fifth of him. Zera got 5 pieces or something, 5 aspects of him. Boom, resurrected him with bloodstones and shit. But actually,
She fucked it up. She didn't bring
she
Voldemort back.
Yeah. So what has happened here? Because one fifth of him is a fake.
Lazarus is not Casimir. God damn it.
No, guys. I mean, Casimir is gone. They just kind of
we've been Harry Potter this whole time and we didn't know it.
I think
We've all been wizards.
I think Lazarus is Casimir because then we can call it Lasmir.
Wow.
And Marjorie is off with her/it. So I think it works.
What about Lazarus?
Lazarus.
It works too. It works both ways around.
It works both ways.
Kind of like a futa, really. Honestly, if you think about it.
Casimir was a Fuda this entire time.
Kevin says it's Vizier Kilbron.
Oh.
Oh,
there's a Mersat bust in his tower or.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, he definitely knew about the Mersat. He knew about all about the Flameseeker prophecies. It fits Kilbron so well.
I don't think so.
He is number 1. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm gonna let the lore, the nerds figure this one out, guys. You know,
it would have been something that Caudicus either didn't know about or that he put in place to benefit him. So I don't know.
Oh, look. I know you guys love your theories and all that stuff. You're having a lot of fun. Fun is fun. It's good to have fun. But it's just going to be Voldemort missing a piece of his soul. I mean...
Fair enough. That could be. Maybe he doesn't have the ascension anymore.
Yeah, but why? That's the thing, right? We shouldn't be able to see him.
That's why he's a good guy. That's why
that's what it
good guy Lazarus.
It mentions that in the story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We shouldn't actually have been able to see him, because although we did a weird roleplay ritual, you know, it's not Hitler, Kevin. Okay, we did a weird roleplay ascension. We didn't actually ascend, so we shouldn't actually be able to see the unseen ones. You know, the Mossad, right? Can't see him. But actually, we can.
Zero forgot to use his black heart, and that's why he's a friend of the ponies.
Well, we certainly will find out. You know, maybe he has a secret agenda, but that's the thing, right? Maybe he is just missing the part that makes him want to take his massive revenge and just wreck people. You know?
Yeah, because we find out from the raid that the Mersat were pretty terrible.
Yeah, they're not exactly the nicest people. So I think that's actually pretty unpleasant. Like, so Saul has just been constantly tortured, like 250, 300 years, by a demon.
I know that you're saying that, Arcane, and certainly fake Lazarus is written from the perspective of Caudicus and what he believes happened. I don't think we're going to see a double bluff here by ArenaNet, though. It's possible, though.
It's just a prank, bro.
Just a prank.
It's just a prank, bro. The Mersat could have chosen to show themselves to you. You're able to see them.
Lazarus's boots. That's why he's gone today. Why is Boots gone today?
I don't know.
He had a protest.
He's getting deported back to Canada.
Yeah,
he's at a protest rally.
Forced to move again. Feels bad, man. He's getting thrown out by the God Emperor, unfortunately. So that isn't good. That is true, though. You know, the Mersat can actually show themselves. That's actually why there was that fuckery of a situation with Saul to begin with, right? Like, the only reason why Saul got memed on was because he kind of asked the Mersat to help him out, help a bro out against some Char. And then they actually did, but then they like started murdering all of his White Mantle buddies right in front of him, and he kind of go, "Oh shit, I think I may have made a little bit of a mistake here." And well, then he got taken off and taken to another dimension, which is really interesting because actually he wasn't taken to another dimension. That's what everyone immediately assumed, right? Like Saul, yeah, he got teleported off into some other kind of plane of existence, but actually, They just took him to near the Isles of Janthe, right?
Jail.
Yeah,
They
to
just
jail.
sent him to jail.
Yeah, send him to jail. In prison. That's where he belongs.
Yep.
Huh.
He just went to.
And he waited 250 years just to get rescued by some dirty, filthy elitists. That is just, oh my god.
Who failed? Who did a terrible fucking job and failed him?
Yeah.
Way to go, guys! Good job.
Fucking ridiculous.
Good job, Saul. You killed Saul. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
We should have left him in the prison so we could have talked to him. You know.
Yep.
How about that?
I think it's funny that Saul felt like really bad for betraying and letting his people down. Would you have felt bad, Brazil? Would you have tortured yourself over that for 250 years?
No,
Saul,
I don't care.
He felt bad for like letting his people down, for letting the human race down.
I don't operate that way. I'm a sociopath.
That wouldn't have bothered me either.
Wait, what?
I
Guys,
got
what the
bigger
fuck?
problems. I'm in prison.
What is wrong with you?
Me.
Is actually true. I'm
in prison.
It's Brazil. We got double helping of Brazil today, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. He kind of fucked up, but then again, he had good intentions, you know. So that counts for something, right?
But everything was fine. Like he tortured himself over nothing. People are having a good time living in Divinity's Reach with the Queen. They got bubbles to protect them. Everything's good.
I think it's really interesting that he was gonna go warn Hablion about how the Mersa are evil, right? So like, if they hadn't taken Saul, I think it would have been, imagine what would have happened, like all of Guild Wars 1 wouldn't have happened. I was like, like all fucking Saul, man. I was like, that shit wouldn't have, like a whole big part of the story like would have just been disabled because the White Mantle would have kind of been, oh shit, I guess these Mersa guys are actually assholes.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. Wow.
Oh god. Oh boy. That's actually pretty spicy there, Rim.
Well done. Oh shit. Speaking of PvP, Helseth and team are gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we should probably talk about that.
They went to Smite, guys.
Of all the places to go, fucking Smite,
Let's quit a game that's not that popular and go play a game that may as well not even exist. Easy, good decision.
Well, it's because they probably, I don't know, right? Like it's gonna be difficult to.
They're back already.
Wait, they're already back? Seriously?
They're not already.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, is Ziggy actually trolling me right now? Did they just they're like, fuck Smite, I'm out?
Helseth like streamed Guild Wars 2 today. The whole thing is like they're moving to another game so that they have something to play, because ArenaNet is like, yeah, we're gonna have something, but there's no news as to when that's going to happen. And if you're a sponsored team, you kind of have to play some games. They want you to win, it's kind of the point of being sponsored.
That is actually pretty funny.
Oh, he's gonna play Smite off stream until he gets good.
That is kind of entertaining, I have to say. People don't enjoy him watching him play Smite. Yeah, that's because his entire audience is Guild Wars 2. So yeah. I don't know, that is actually kind of funny. But I don't know, like Smite, I guess it is kind of an obvious choice, right? Because it is, to a certain extent, relatively similar to Guild Wars 2 in the way it actually operates. I mean, obviously it's a MOBA, so it's a very different genre to it. But it's, also, it's like a third-person action game with, obviously the MOBA thing as well. So, I mean, I guess he also wants that dirty Twitch money as well, so he comes back as well. So, hey, that's fair, and I get that. I don't know, but I mean, I don't doubt that he can have success in Smite, right? I've no doubt they can have great success, but I guess, they got to do what the sponsorship requires, right?
They need to play games, is the bottom line, and we have no idea when you're going to see another World Series or League of Legends or whatever the fuck it's called.
League of Legends? League of Legends for Guild Wars 2?
What do they call it? It's not League of Legends, it's whatever it was called. I don't know.
Stronghold.
No, that's not even a game mode anymore. They removed it.
But anyway, I mean, they need to There's new achievements for Stronghold. Good luck with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you can kind of you can kind of understand like the decision to leave because there are no tournaments,
Tournament
right?
of Legends.
There is no competitive gameplay right now for Guild Wars 2. You know, like I mean, there just isn't. There is no pro league. There is no automated tournament system or anything like that. There is no actual competitive outlet, right? Because what are you gonna do? You fucking like open up custom games and go 5v5? I mean, no one gives a shit about that, right? It's just there's not enough people for a proper team league, right? So there's nothing you can really do. There's like there is no real competitive outlet right now, and it's a fair decision to leave. If they want to compete, they want to compete. They can go ahead and do that. But Guild Wars 2 currently is just not the game for that. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I was reading about the next expansion on Reddit, and they said something about Rangers being Beastmaster. That's just speculation.
They already are.
I mean, they already have Beastmaster.
Rangers need to have something that takes the pet away.
Wait a minute. What is this link?
You know what?
Wait a
the
minute.
link is. Come on.
Hey.
You know what the link is.
Yeah. You made a mistake there, by the way. If you
got me though.
If you link it like that, I can just mouse over it and I can see it. You fuck.
So you clicked on it.
I clicked it. Yeah, they got me. They got me. They got me. Like, what is this link? They fucking got me. Can I return to the previous topic? So, could you say that Raid Wing 4 is a good starting place for people who want to get into raiding?
I think any of it is.
I'd probably say like Wing 4 has very easy first 3 bosses. So yeah, you could, yeah. And the 4th boss has mechanics that actually matter. So you'll learn about how being not bad at the game.
I still don't. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'd say Wing 4 is a good start, yeah. I think Wing 4 is a really good raid wing. They've done a great job there. I mean, yeah, it's true, like, the first 2 bosses on normal mode, like, you don't even need to know the mechanics, I mean, honestly, when we did challenge mode, we actually had to learn the mechanics of the boss, because when we did it for the first time, it just died so fast that nothing actually mattered. So, yeah. Why is it called Wing 4 when it's not connected to Forsaken Thicket? Because it's just the 4th raid wing that got released. That's why people call it that. I mean, you can call it Raid 2 Wing 1 if you want, but honestly, I think that's that raid is a single wing raid. There will not be another. I think the story has concluded. There will not be another raid.
Yes.
There's no way, right?
And we have a magnetite shard converter now, so I think that just signifies that the currency's done.
Yeah, I think they are going to be moving on to a new currency after this as well.
How long do you think? And I know the raid just came out, and I'm not trying to like put pressure on devs or anything, but how long do you think until the next raid?
Maybe
6 months?
Maybe one before the expansion, and then that'll be it.
Think so? Will it be? It'll just be another one-off. You think?
Yeah. Like
one wing and done.
Maybe it comes with the last episode of the story. Or maybe
that's 4 to 6 months away. Yeah, could be.
That's what I would expect. And that's when they put legendary armor in the game.
They said the next raid wing's gonna have 7 bosses.
I don't know about that.
Look, don't get my hopes up. Where the fuck did you hear that shit?
I don't know about that. But it'll be the Wizard's Tower. Kevin
is it gonna be
the Wizard's Tower?
Is it gonna be Wing 4 has 4 bosses, Wing 5 has 5 bosses, Wing 6 has 6?
Just keeps going on. Gonna take a while. Yeah, I mean, will they move to a new currency though? I'm just thinking about it. Will they move to a new currency? I don't think they will. Actually, I think it might honestly just keep like magnetite shards. I don't know. I think it might be magnetite shards still forever, because I think they realize that if they add more currencies, they're basically they're devaluing everything, right? Because it's suddenly you just get stuff easier. You get everything faster if you keep adding more currencies.
They put it in there so that you can't just straight up buy anything you want from the raid without defeating particular bosses, right? So they lock some of the reward, like you can buy the rewards, but only after you beat that boss.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually like, I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. That's correct, right? It shouldn't be any other way. For sure. But they keep adding stuff more and more. Eventually,
don't.
What is this?
Help, you're killing me. 7 bosses across 5 wings.
Wait, what? What was 5 wings? What does that even mean?
Fucking Alex. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I don't even know anymore.
Wizard's
7
Tower.
bosses and 5 wings.
Well, I mean, the Wizard's Tower would be pretty cool. Like, I don't know. A single boss raid could be cool, right? Or like a 2 boss raid. It's like 2 encounters. I don't see why not. But then people don't stop just doing certain wings. I mean, yeah. I mean, not really though, because you're still gonna get fat loot, right? You still get the drop potential, and people just like doing the fights, and you also get the insights. And very soon, guys, they will implement. They will implement something to do with legendary insights. You'll be able to salvage them or something. There's no way.
Yeah, salvage them maybe, but they're not going to implement legendary armor.
Well, they're not going to implement legendary armor.
No.
Yes, they are.
What you're saying is that legendary armor is never coming.
You won't like it when it comes anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
They'll release it, and you're gonna say this is the ugliest armor I have ever seen.
Look at Kevin. Okay, right. We actually need to hold this because Kevin's like spewing random bullshit. Let me tell you about the next raid. It will be Wizard Tower. It will have 4 bosses, one of which is the Wizard himself. The story will involve you seeing people being converted into elementals. It will also be a final boss mechanic. The Wizard's Tower will have 3 falls and ends on top of the tower. Like, I mean, how can you even possibly know that? It's like
That's weird.
He's like making up random stuff, you know? Wait, why is that weird, Brazil?
I don't know.
You know, screenshots are no balls, Kevin. You know what I'm saying? We need some screenies, okay? Screenshot didn't happen, buddy. Yeah, I think the legendary armor will probably be in episode 5. If Mike says that, my boy, thank Mr. O'Brien. If he says that, he's confident.
I hope.
He's confident.
I hope.
Yeah, I don't think he would have said episode 5 if he didn't think there was a good chance of it happening. Mo is very much of the belief that he ain't talking about nothing until it's ready. Until it's ready to be done.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
so if he says maybe 5, that means that it's not promised, but there's a pretty good chance.
Yeah. I would agree with that. And when that actually does happen, just think about this, guys. How are people going to be elitist? How are they going to be elitist, Brazil? And when you can get rid of your insights and convert them into something useful. There's going to be no insights.
Fine with that. I don't care.
They can just add it to the converter.
I don't need people to. I mean, like, you can just read any TeaTime comments on YouTube, and like people constantly tell me about how I'm irrelevant and I have no skill. And, like, I don't care. So I don't need legendary insights to try to pretend that I care about people thinking if I'm good. That just doesn't matter to me.
It's going to be really interesting, though, don't you think? When insights are disposable and the insight count is not really relevant anymore as regards to the actual, you know, theoretical skill level of the players, how are pugs going to be elitist? That's the real question. Is it just going to be kill-proof? What are they going to do? How are they going to be elitists, guys? It might actually be good for the pugging environment, because then you won't be able to just, you know, ping insights. I mean, people use chat codes anyway. That shit doesn't even matter. You know, people are breaking into pugs all the time. I'm doing it on my Revenant, just faking it, just like lying. Like, it's really great just basically the way you get into pugs is lying, guys. I'm just saying, but you've actually got to be good. If you're gonna lie, you actually have to be good. If you can't do the mechanics, don't lie. Just acknowledge that you're trash. Like, the first step in becoming good is acknowledging that you're probably fucking trash, and that goes for literally everyone in the game, probably. Like, even the best player in the game must acknowledge that they are still trash relative to how good they truly could be. And there you go. Did Nike tell you about the balance patch? Because it's pretty kappa. There probably will be one soon, I would think.
He told me about light legendary armor.
Yeah. But, yeah.
That wasn't a thing.
Inks just went off screen and killed himself because all the casuals on Reddit. Don't worry about that, okay? I mean, honestly, I actually think that your DPS meter, the Nemesis one, should just be base, right? It should be default.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there's any boss where you... Wait, in the opening... Oh, on KC, you can get up to Icebo, right? It'll probably go to Icebo on KC, because you'll be doing 40k DPS.
Yeah.
That's a great touch to it, you know? Like, it goes up to 35 with normal numbers. And then
I also
it's
need
Icebo.
to, I didn't realize what time it is, but I'm gonna have to go soon, and Inks has disappeared.
Oh my god.
Do we have anything else to talk about?
I'm not really sure, actually. I mean, if you guys want to ask us some random bullshit, then go ahead. But I think we're actually about done. We've had a concise, efficient tea time. It's been a spicy tea time, guys. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want us to discuss anything, then fucking go ahead and we'll do it. But I mean, other than that, I think we're basically done here, guys. We have discussed everything that's happened in this patch. Oh, what about the fractal bullshit? Let's just touch on that before we get out of it. They reworked the Thornova reactor.
It's good.
I haven't actually played it, so tell me about that.
I haven't either.
Oh, fuck. Maybe Inks has played it. But they made it less cancerous. I don't know. They made the repulsor room less annoying. It just stuns you instead of knocking you back. They made it so you can't activate it through the wall. So there we go. What else did they do? They made the heat room a little bit harder, I think. But actually, it's basically the same. You can still just solo it or some bullshit. What else happened? They changed the boss as well in some way, but I'd actually have to look. Have a look. Yeah, Java Mesmer solo 90% of it. Yeah, well, Mesmer is a pretty good class, guys. Oh, and they changed the portals. The portals won't pull you in either, so they made that less annoying. They added loads of little encounters and stuff. No one needs to move. You can just stack on the boss. Now that's my kind of boss. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my kind of boss.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. They changed social awkwardness as well. Everyone's favorite mechanic. They just made it so it punishes you for stacking instead of punishing everyone for stacking. So I guess that's pretty good, right? And they made it do less healing reduction as well, but more damage, I think, and reduce the radius.
Parasitic contagion, easy.
So it's pretty good. Why is Enko banned from the channel? What the fuck is this shit?
Man, don't ban him. He needs to dig himself into a hole with stupid comments. Why would you ban him?
Oh boy.
Oh, triggered. I don't actually care.
Yeah, okay. Unbanned, obviously. God, don't ban people here, guys. What the fuck?
Drama is stupid. Why would you ever have drama? Yeah. And that's coming from me. I'm the king of drama. I love
0 days without drama. Lol. Yeah, wait, hang on. What? Oh, yeah. The new I guess the track. Oh, they made toxic trails do more damage, but it's also small. So I guess that's kind of cool. I don't know. Like, there's a whole bunch of little convenience changes in fractals. So that's pretty good. Yeah, still one of us. Easy sub. Oh yeah. Also, you know what's kind of interesting, Brazil? The new stat type. I actually think it's useless though. I've evaluated it, and I think it's worthless.
There's one build where it works. You ready for this?
Do it.
Yep.
Wooden potatoes, healer necro.
No, isn't it good for his...
Somebody asked him about that.
Isn't it good
and
for
like,
Oromancer? Like his Condi Oromancer? Isn't it a bit better for that?
Somebody asked him...
play that.
Somebody asked him about that. Somebody asked him about that, and he said, "Not really, because you don't really need the boon."
That is where you're wrong, because instead of taking the worthless Shroud auto attack trait, you take Blighter's boon.
But how does the boon duration help?
It gives them more. Why not? Blood is power, easy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's kind of bad.
Useful currently.
You could do some
the stat is worthless.
You could do some kind of really weird shit with like Condi Chrono heal as well.
No, you can't.
But the thing is, you don't get enough trait lines. You need more. You don't have the right trait lines. You can't kind of fit it in really if you want to heal and do quickness and alacrity. And then you have to have a pistol phantasm, but you won't have the attack speed. But you do have the precision. So you actually get the crits, so you get the bleeds on the guy, on the pistol attacks. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently challenge modes are disabled for Wing 4, by the way.
When did they do that?
I guess right now, because they realized that you can just cheese them. So the cheese has been disabled.
Did they tweet it or something?
We might as well talk about the cheese, right?
Well, hold on.
So, I mean, that's kind of funny.
Secret cheese.
Yeah, there are exploits.
They're not so secret
guys.
anymore.
There are exploits. Yeah, you don't have expertise, right? I don't know. It's very difficult. The gear stat is just not quite there. It's not quite enough stuff. And it's really difficult to make it work in an actual build. So I don't think it's really going to see play, honestly. When I first saw it, I thought, holy shit, guys, this is the perfect time to play Condi, heal, Chrono. Holy shit! But then I realized, oh, it's actually kind of bad then. I don't know. Maybe I might actually try it anyway because I think it will do more DPS than just normal Minstrel Chrono. I think it will do more DPS, but then I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure about it because then you don't have the focus because you have the pistol because you still need the shield, right? But you have the pistol, so you don't have the focus. So maybe in fights with no ads, it might be good. So you don't have to pull the ads, and you don't need reflects either. And you don't need sword, but then again, maybe you don't need sword. So I don't know. Like maybe an incredibly specific encounter, it's good, but
I need to go ahead and go.
Oh, okay.
But
ArenaNet disabled Wing 4 Boss 3 challenge mode. My group want to do it, and it says it's oh, I see. It says the content is disabled on the challenge mode Boss 3. It's because you could exploit it.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to say why. I'm going to say how. Let's not say. But basically, you can cheese it, fully cheese it. You can basically play the boss without the challenge mode, and still get the achievement for it. I believe it actually applies to all of them, so they should have disabled all of them. There is a bug within this raid wing that you can cheat and still get the achievements, which is why a whole bunch of guilds have actually already got all 4 challenge modes, but they haven't claimed world first because they exploited, unfortunately. RIP.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wow.
Lol.
Yeah. Which guilds was that, Teapot?
Well, I think Flax has, I believe, actually has all the challenge modes done. But yeah, apparently they did it on like day 1 or day 2.
I'm just gonna like mute or something because I have to go. It is time for me to leave, and I think did I start the call?
Yeah. Would you like to just quickly shill then?
I'm Brazil. Subscribe to me on YouTube. You can find me at Brazil Gores 2 and easy.
Easy. Okay.
And Flax. There's no conceivable way in which Flax actually did legit challenge mode. So there we go.
Well, someone told me Flax have done all the challenge modes. So I mean, there you go. What about you, Inks? Who are you?
I don't fucking know. Who cares? I'm MMO Inks. You can unfollow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Go for it. Do it.
Okay.
Stop spreading misinformation. Never.
Nah, we just fucking lied to people. I don't know, dude. Like someone told me that Flax was doing all the challenge modes like day 2. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, dude. And this person knows someone in Flax, like fucking like So I don't know, like I don't know what to say, man. Are you telling my sources are is it fake news? It's all fake news, guys. I don't know if that's fucking wrong. Then if it's
like CNN,
yeah. If that isn't the case, then that isn't the case. But I don't know. I mean, good for them.
It right.
If they've already got the achievement, then that's good for them. But that's whatever. Oh yeah, also go follow this stream, subscribe to the stream as well. Give me that cash. And yeah. Follow the stream. Subscribe on YouTube. Watch all the other tea times.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Apologies to Flax if that's not the case, but that's just what I've been told, okay? I mean, fucking, it's just clever use of game mechanics, guys. Like, if they haven't even played the Wing as a guild, then I guess, I don't know. It's like a massive conglomeration of people and some people with the Flax tag within there or some shit. I don't fucking know, guys. Okay? Maybe I'm misinformed, but I don't know. Please no flame. World's first exploit, exactly. They're fucking gods of exploits. But yeah, do all those things. Subscribe to Brazil. Subscribe to MMO Inks. Pretend that Boots is here and subscribe to him or some bullshit. And then subscribe to me as well. And let's host Plenix because he got easy world first as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you guys later. Okay, on various channels. Inks is now actually going to start role playing as Brazil. His channel is toxic now. He will basically be shit talking the game constantly at this point. And the casuals as well. He's an elitist like us. He's just going to be flaming people. He is becoming an elitist. He's one of us
somebody did say that they thought I was in QT the other day, so
Holy
I just
shit.
went with it and just said, "Yep, that's me. You got me."
MMO Inc.'s in QT.
Just lying now. Good. I'm in all the guilds. That's right. I'm everywhere.
Yeah. All right.
I'm a member of every guild.
There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.